Okay, here's another topic I gotta go ahead and address with you peoples. Ladies, I'm coming straight at you. And this is an annoying situation. Don't say you want a traditional man when you can't be a traditional woman. Same thing goes for you fellas. Don't say you want a traditional submissive woman when you don't even know how to lead, protect, provide, heal, shoots, father. The list goes on for us as men. Don't say you want these things from these women and you can't go ahead and even go ahead and provide some stuff. Don't say you want these things, you can't even go ahead and change a flat tire. Don't say you want these things, you can't even go ahead and do an oil change. Don't say you want these things and you haven't worked on you first. Females, life is more than just putting on makeup and asking for $40. I'm not saying all females. So don't have conflicting problems with me when I actually end up making and posting this. Whether you do, whether you don't, it's your choice. Maybe the truth hurts, maybe it doesn't. But all I'm just saying is, going out, putting on makeup, knowing how to do all that type of stuff, and blowing down hookah, and drinking and partying all the time, all you're just basically showing is that how you have social issues and you can't ever go ahead and be alone. So when you choose to end up being alone, your alone time sometimes is so dangerous that it actually end up consuming you. You probably be the one that actually end up going crazy over it. Your problems come from however your upbringing is and however your thought process is as well too. For people that goes out and smoke and do drinks and all these other rest of stuff, hookah and all these other things, all you're just basically showing is how you're an alcoholic and you have nicotine problems. For the people that goes out as well too all the time, as I said, you have social anxiety issues. You choose to actually end up being, you can't choose, no, let me correct myself. You don't have social anxiety issues, which is you technically do, but you have the social anxiety issues where it is you cannot be alone. You have to be in the company of others. So it's so toxic. You have to go ahead and go mingle and meet different people every single day, every single time in your life. It's very crazy. It's very, very crazy. You know, I have females that say they want a traditional man, but don't even know what it means in order to end up being a traditional woman. Traditional women back in the days, what did they end up doing with themselves? They actually submitted to the man. They actually listened to the man. They didn't argue with the man. They didn't nag the man. They cooked. They cleaned. They provided a family. They nurtured. They consulted in their men. They healed their men. They even end up doing harvesting and stuff like that too. You know, while the men knew how to actually end up doing things with their hands. And men, you cannot say you want these traditional females when the women that you're basically going after is ones that look like Barbie dolls, or ones that look like Mr. Potato Head, where it is you could go, or Mrs. Potato Head, where it is you could go ahead and add different ornaments on them, or take off different ornaments on them. You have to go ahead and figure out where it is that you're going wrong. You say you want these things, you say you want these people, but do you really want these things? Do you really want these people? If the same things what it is you're going after and the same things what it is you're doing and showing is just the same reoccurrence of a loop that just keeps going on and on and on and on and on and on and on. So how can you actually end up saying you want XYZ when you keep going back to the same XYZ problems? How can you actually end up saying you want this, but you don't even know how to actually do this or that in order to get this that you want, or get that you want? How can you say it? That's like saying you want a Ferrari, you want a mansion. What are you doing in order to go ahead and get a Ferrari or a mansion? That's like saying you want to go ahead and be healthy. You want to live healthy, you want to have a long life, but you're still choosing to actually end up eating bad foods and smoking and drinking and stuff like that, when if you actually look up the cause of what alcohol mostly actually end up doing to the body, it causes a lot of diabetes and a whole much more crazy stuff. It messes up the insulin, the pancreas, and all these other rest of things. So, you know, I'm not even gonna go into the health tip, patterns and all that other stuff. You can't say you want these things when at the same time the major thing you have not done is work on yourself, and you have not figured out or worked on the solution for the problem that you always keep lapping over into. So it's not as though you're just stepping over something, you're just trying to be oblivious to something, what it is, or very dismissive on something that you just keep open